Alright, people, so I promised I'd do a video on this. Brock Lesnar being Universal Champion. I mean, just totally ridiculous. Totally inexcusable to put somebody like Brock Lesnar in as champion. I mean, us WWE fans deserve a champion who should be there every motherfucking week. I mean, it just shows you how dumb they are in WWE, where they cannot find a champion who can actually show up every week. They can't find a champion who they could, make a contract with so that they have an obligation to actually, show up every week. And it's not just one time this has happened. Brock Lesnar has been champion before in the recent times. So has Triple H. So has Goldberg. I mean, it's like half the champions over the past couple years have been part-timers. And Brock Lesnar isn't even a part-timer, because part would imply that he's there, half the time? I mean, I guess you could say part could mean any, but he's not even there half the time. That's the point. Since he won the belt, he's shown up to one motherfucking episode of Monday Night Raw? That's it. That's it. And they don't even know what they're doing, because one week you got Roman Reigns coming out saying he wants to fight Brock Lesnar. They have a confrontation. And then Seth Rollins says he wants to fight Brock Lesnar. And then Braun Strowman says he wants to fight Brock Lesnar. I really think they're just planning this as they go. They don't know what the fuck they're going to do. I mean, but why even give the belt to him? Why make a match between Brock Lesnar and Goldberg if you know Brock Lesnar is not going to be there in the following weeks? I mean, we don't even have a championship feud going on right now. It's a clusterfuck. I mean, it's like pandemonium. It's like having a ship without a captain, a country without a president, a YouTube channel without the Ruthless Rant. I mean, that's pretty much the equivalent. It's like having the Ruthless Ranters YouTube channel, and I'm not even there. I mean, it's ridiculous. And I cannot state how pivotal it is, how important it is for your champion's the face of the company. At least it should be. I mean, how important it is for a main character. Your main character. This is like the equivalent, again, another analogy. Like, it's like Rick from The Walking Dead not being on the show for weeks on end. I mean, it just doesn't work. I mean, when you give the belt to somebody, you're putting their faith in that guy to, carry the show, to be the main part of the show. But he's not. He hasn't been there for like a month, and there's no signs of him showing up. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't show up to SummerSlam. I mean, and it's also a slap in the face to us fans who pay money. I know I only got $5 here, but times two, $5. But I pay money, pay the green stuff to watch these pay-per-views. I've poured a lot of money into them, and to not see your champion on there defending his belt is again, it's just throwing our money away. It's like, why not give the belt to a guy who's actually, on the up, an up-and-comer, Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens. I mean, even Roman Reigns would have been better than Brock Lesnar. I mean, I would have been puking if it was, okay, maybe he wouldn't have been better, but I mean, the fact of the matter is we should have a champion who's there every week. And it's just weird watching Raw, and the main feud is the Intercontinental Championship feud. I mean, that's pretty much your main feud on Raw right now. Is Dean Ambrose versus The Miz? I mean, is that really your main feud? That's the feud that's going to carry. I mean, get the fuck out of here with that feud. I mean, such a generic feud, just thrown together. I mean, all the feuds in this company are just they just take two people and decide to put them together, put them against each other. The storylines are so basic. The promos are so basic. The matches are very basic. Everything is just so simple. There's no intricacy to the storylines. There's no complexity. There's no controversy to anything. I mean, it's just so cookie cutter. And now on top of that, on top of all that, just unoriginal bullshit that we're seeing, illogical too in many cases, that we're seeing on Raw and pay-per-views on a daily basis. On top of all that shit, on top of an incompetent creative team, you have no champion there. I mean, so like in one aspect, you got to blame the creative team for being incompetent, and they are. But on another aspect, you got to blame Vince for not having your champion there every week. Again, totally ridiculous. It's like, I don't know what the fuck they're thinking. I mean, you got so many talents on the roster to put that belt on. And the fact that you have to keep putting the belt on part-timers and people who are way past their prime like Triple H just shows you their inability to build new stars, their inability to put faith in new stars, even though people liked the new stars like Kevin Owens, like Seth Rollins, like Dean Ambrose, like etc., 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 so many others. So that's all I got to say about that, people. I think I made some very good points, patting myself on the back, but I mean, what do you think? Do you think this is just total I mean, I'm a Brock Lesnar fan, but if you're going to put the belt on him, he has to be there every week, or at the very least a majority of the weeks, and be there when he's you know, and you got to defend the belt on every pay-per-view. I mean, you can't have a pay-per-view go by when you're not even defending the belt. I mean, that's just dumb. The belt should be defended on every pay-per-view. I mean, I thought that was like the rule, that the belt had to be defended on every pay-per-view, and if it wasn't, you forfeited it. I mean, where did that rule go? I mean, I thought that was a rule, but I guess not. I guess Brock Lesnar gets an exception because, oh, he's Brock Lesnar. So I'm just tired of wrestling being taken over by part-timers and people who are way past their prime. I mean, you know, Sting, Undertaker, you know, Triple H, Goldberg, Brock, and others. I mean, there is a time and place for them. Like Undertaker, I mean, they use him the right way. He doesn't take any belts. You know, he appears when he needs to be there for Raw. He wrestles at WrestleMania, and then he's gone. He doesn't, you know, fuck around with the belt. He doesn't really take time from other people. So, I mean, there is a time and spot for part-timers, but, I mean, they just overuse them too much, and the part-timers steal the spotlight from people who are in their prime right now and could potentially, you know, run this company or be in main event positions in this company for years to come. So that's all I got to say about that, people. Like I said, I mean, they really got to build new stars, and they don't know what the fuck they're doing. You know, it's like the only new star they've built in the past couple of years is Roman Reigns, and he's a fucking clusterfuck. He's a disaster in the ring with no talent whatsoever. So they got to start building up some new people here. So that's all. There you go, people. Enough ranting from me. What do you think? Leave your comments below. So there you go, people.